We're having some duck drama. Dale is being really mean to Brennan.
You going?
Yeah. Cody is over here stressing. My hand slipped and a piece of chicken wire went straight in. Here is a little note to all you viewers at home.
Let me tell
Make
you
sure
the
you do your
research Summer did.
research.
Oh, this chicken looks like this. That's so pretty. Oh, this one like.
Normal. Cody, there is a wasp flying around you. Do not move.
Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand.
What are you doing, babe?
Getting ready for the naders.
The wind is insane today. Please.
What was that about?
On that note, while they're distracted, let's go clean out their house. We're going into the spring and we shouldn't have any more heavy snowstorms. Maybe a few flurries here and there in April, but no more big heavy snowstorms. So I'm gonna go ahead and take all of this plastic lining that we use to protect them from the cold off of their coop. That way they can get some nice sunshine in, and then we are going to clean all of this because there's lots of duck things, nasty duck things in here. Is that an appropriate way to say it? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. I wish y'all could listen to what I'm listening to with me, but then I'd get copyrighted, so sorry.
Country boy.
Would you believe it if I said Cody cleaned out their house last week? Because my goodness, they are some messy ducks. This is that glamorous part of homesteading. Glamorous that nobody ever wants to talk about or film, but has to be done. So it's not all sunshine, rainbows, and super cute animals. Majority of the time it's shovel and poop. So like we've said in the past, we use these corn cobs that our local feed store has to basically use as an absorber, but we did them pretty thick in the duck house. And then on top of that, we have straw to keep them warm. Well, it's starting to get a lot warmer out. Ducks are pretty hardy in general. They get hot. So all of these corn cobs right here are still relatively dry. They're not soaked, they're still clean. So it would be kind of a waste to get rid of them and not reuse them. So we got as much of the nasty straw out of here. For the most part, all of this is clean. So I'm gonna close it up and we're really just mainly gonna focus on the big house that they're typically in. And same for their house. We got all the nasty straw up, and then now they have their sand. It just keeps them a little bit cooler, and overall is just better for them whenever we're in spring and summer temperatures. Like I said, it may drop here and there, but for the most part, we are gonna be seeing a lot more sunny days, maybe some rain, but sunny and warm, and I'm so excited for that. So let's fill up their pool, and then they're good to go. Oh, things are different. Things have changed. What is new? What is going on? The last thing that I need to do before storm prep is pick up this deck. I obviously have done a little bit of decorating, and so a lot of this will get blown in the wind, and if we do have tornadoes, knock on wood, God forbid, then we don't want everything to just be all over the yard. So I'm going to basically bring a majority of this stuff inside, tuck what I can underneath the deck, and just overall help Cody pick up around the property so that way we can be nice and prepared. Also, have y'all met Salem? I don't think so. This is Salem. Salem showed up about, what, 5 days ago?
Something like that.
And he hasn't left. He's real sweet. We're having some duck drama. It looks like Dale is being really mean to Brennan, and so Cody is trying to calm Brennan down. Look at those things, dude. Those are sharp. Do you want to say hi to the camera? I don't know if they can see you.
You going?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I told you what happened at the vet, right?
No, we never talked.
Basically, hold on, let me turn my camera off.
Table.
Yeah, well, sorry, my hand just gonna hurts. I can't lift anything with it. It hurts so bad. Thank you. Big ol' storm cloud.
Yeah.
Cody is over here stressing. It's hard to see, but it's like a straight mud pit now. Oh, there you can really see the difference. Hello, it has been quite a while since I have seen you. I think about almost a week in total since the last clip that you saw. It immediately started to go downhill from there. While I was cleaning out the duck coop, my hand slipped and a piece of chicken wire went straight in. So painful, couldn't do anything. It immediately started to swell and I ended up having to go to the doctor. and get a tetanus shot and all of that the next day. And then I came down with this like weird food poisoning 24-hour flu mix. It was not good. I was running fevers. It was a wild, wild week. And then my parents called and said they wanted to come in town for the weekend. So overall, last week was jam-packed and very chaotic, but we did make the best of it. My parents were here. We had so much fun. We got a lot of cleaning up done around the property before they came, and then we added a bunch of plants and trees and just cute little things while they were here. And then me and my mom also got to go antiquing, so I got to add a bunch of stuff to my collection. But we're building a chicken coop today. The girls are way too big to be in our house, and they need to get out. So we are doing this kind of like how we did our greenhouse. It's going to be a hoop house used with cattle panels. This is the easiest way to build a run because you don't have to do a bunch of framing and woodwork. So I'm excited to show y'all this design and what all we're doing. So let's get to it. This is kind of the design that we drew up. Ignore my to-do list, but hoop house, side to side, nesting boxes, storage, all of their good stuff where they're gonna sleep, and then eventually I think we're going to add the ducks separately. We're not gonna join them together, but add them separately on the side. I think I wanna do a concrete slab. Eventually I want it to kind of look like a little farmhouse and decorate it, but right now we just gotta get the bones up because the girls smell really bad.
For real, with the shape of it, we should totally just go for the Krusty Krab.
We could do the Krusty Krab.
Because it pretty much looks like a giant lobster trap.
Good idea. Good idea.
So for our frame that's going to be sitting on the ground, we're going to start with some 2x6x16s that we cut on the sawmill. So these are white oak. They're great for ground contact or moisture applications. They're frequently used in boats and whiskey barrels and things like that. So not worried about it not being treated or anything like that. They should work just fine. These boards are fresh off the sawmill, so they're not squared at the ends yet. So we're gonna go ahead and square them out with our saw. But one of y'all was kind enough to send us this roller stand to help with cutting wood and things like that. There wasn't a note in the box, so I don't know who it was specifically to thank, but whoever sent it, thank you so much, because it's definitely coming in handy. All right, let's square off these ends. I had full intentions of using my miter saw, but I kind of ran out of room and there's a lot of stuff in the way that I don't really want to move, so circular saw it is. Now that we got the main frame pieces laid out and squared, we're going to go ahead and start cutting our middle frame. We got our framing done. As you can see, it's pretty much just a basic rectangle. So now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and start throwing in the hoops. Still have to tack them together and then attach them to the wood, but before we do that, we're going to go ahead and trim our final piece. That way we can make sure that they all fit together before we permanently install them. I have plenty of scrap to make some disc golf baskets later. Here's the start of one basket I started making the other day from leftover scraps we had from the greenhouse. So it was the same thing, just those bottom 2 rows, and then we bent the bottom of it. So add a pole and some chains and we're good to go. For those of you that don't know, this is a disc golf basket. If you remember from our greenhouse video, we actually just use a bunch of zip ties to hold all of these panels together. But since this is definitely going to be a more permanent structure as far as going to constantly have chickens living here and we know that it's going to stay here, we're just going to go ahead and tack weld all the pieces together. That way it's nice and sturdy. If you haven't noticed, I'm both welding and you can hear me talk. That's because we're not using a generator today. The sun is providing all the power for us. He decided to come lend a helping paw.
Sales. Skadoodle your poodle.
Salem.
I'm using leftover electrical staples that we have from whenever we did electrical in the house. Is this necessarily what you're supposed to be using this for? I mean, it's dual purpose, but it gets the job done. What else could you use if you wanted to be like more professional?
Well, I would have preferred to use like all metal galvanized staples. I know I have some somewhere, but I couldn't find them.
This is what we did for the greenhouse.
Yeah.
And it's held up just fine.
I was gonna say it held up great for the greenhouse, and it's material repurposing, you know? Either we just have them sitting on the shelf for 10 years because we're not doing any other electrical like that anytime soon, or we can use them for something like this. There you go. Same way we did with the greenhouse, we're going to be putting the end wall on the chicken coop. We're basically just going to take our extra piece of cattle panel and then put it up long ways because it covers the majority of it. And then we'll go ahead and cut it down this seam. That way we can get all that extra weight off the end and tack it all in place and cut it to shape. We have our panel cut and put in place, and now Miss Summer's gonna weld it up for us.
Yes, and I already know that I'm gonna get comments about I'm not supposed to be wearing cotton pants whenever I'm doing this, and I'm fully aware, but...
Don't worry, if she catches on fire, I have no issue spraying her with a garden hose.
I've done this before.
You're a professional?
I'm a professional.
Alright, let's get it.
Alright, wait. Okay.
That sounded good. So exactly how much research did you do on these chickens before we got them?
Enough, like, how many eggs they produce and how big and cute they're going to be and what color they'll end up looking like.
So, did you know that their coop has to be 64 square feet for 8 chickens because they're heavy breeds, not standard breeds?
What's the difference?
They're bigger and they need double the space than standard breeds. I thought we were going to build a 32 square foot coop and they need a 64 square foot coop, so literally double the size. We definitely don't have enough plywood. We don't have...
Enough anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's gonna, since it's bigger,
Hold on. Your girl bought some chickens without doing the proper amount of research. So here is a little note to all you viewers at home.
Let me tell
Make
you
sure
the
you do your
research Summer did. Oh, this chicken looks like this. That's so pretty. Oh, this one likes these color eggs. That is beautiful. I want that kind and that kind. That is literally all the research you did.
You were with me? You didn't say no?
This was supposed to be your thing. Look, you're wearing a chicken shirt. I mean, come on. From the math that I just did and looking on Google a little bit.
The math ain't mathin'.
The math ain't mathin'. We need a 64 square foot coop. So for standard breed chickens, they need about 4 square feet of like actual house space per chicken.
And we only have 2 of those.
Yeah.
2 standard breed chickens.
Yeah, which is the bluebells that lay the little blue eggs.
The rest of our chickens are
Heavy breeds.
big old mighty things. And I want to add more. So that doesn't leave me any room, does it?
No, so then, yeah, if you want to add more, which
Just 2. Just
no
2
more than 10, so
I only want 2 more. I want 2 Jersey
that
Giants.
means it needs to be an 80 square foot coop, because 8 times 10.
Why don't we just go buy a portable shed and we'll just pop it on the property? With that being said, it looks like we're going to have to redo some things.
Regardless, we don't have enough plywood at this point, so we're going to have to make a trip all the way to Home Depot or Lowe's.
Let me show you what we have done because this isn't going to change. We obviously haven't finished it because that kind of just throws a huge wrench in our plans, but this isn't going to change, so I'll kind of show you what we did. We used hardware cloth with our boys, and so you're probably wondering why are we not using hardware cloth with our girls, and that's because we really didn't need it with our boys. We've had a camera on them pretty much since they've been in that run, and we've never had any issues with predator. We had one raccoon one time, but he really wasn't interested in them at all. He kind of just moved on and went to the trash that needed to be taken out. So we're not using hardware cloth, also because they're really never going to be in this unsupervised. Cody and I are here 24/7, or somebody is here watching them. Anytime that they would not be supervised is at night, and then they will be in a really safe enclosed house where they're completely protected from predators. So we're using chicken wire instead of hardware cloth, and it's just a lot more cost effective. So that's why we're not doing that. Behind me, we obviously did not finish this side for several reasons. Mostly because we kind of got sidetracked with the fact that now we have to change everything. Also because we're having an issue with our boys, and I'm kind of toying with the idea of needing to move them, separate them, or get girls. And so I don't know 100% what I want to do. I kind of want to just brainstorm with Cody and see what we end up deciding. This is where the girls' house is going to be. So I'm going to be pouring a concrete slab. I'm hoping Cody will let me drive for it. But I'm going to be pouring a concrete slab here, and then their entire house where they're going to be sleeping at night, and all of their nesting boxes will be on this side, as well as food, shovels, straw, and all those other good things that you need for all of your animals. A little bit of a pause on this project. Things got real chaotic this week. I'm so sorry. If you are new to our channel, this is not how our videos go. Typically we have everything planned out and already prepared. This video was kind of thrown together within the past couple weeks of what's just been happening, and yeah, it's really chaotic. It's not our normal video. I apologize, but between getting chicken wire stuck in my hand, getting a 24-hour flu, and my parents coming into town, it was a really busy week. And one last thing, because I know that I've been rambling forever, but can you tell my attire? I am in shorts and a t-shirt, and I am not freezing cold, and that is because the weather has finally changed. Spring is here, our seasonal depression has been lifted, so be expecting a lot more projects, a lot more content. If you follow us on other social media platforms, then we'll probably be posting a lot more TikToks and Instagram content and stuff like that. Also, I know that I haven't touched simmering with summer. I'm going to do it. Like I said, chaotic week, bear with me. Let me just get my head screwed on straight, and I will be back to normal. Cody, there is a wasp flying around you. Do not move. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, bye.
With the wind blowing in your hair, we can look back someday. Baby, don't you